Hi, my beautiful queens and kings. This is your one and only Queen Dish here. So you guys will have to excuse me. The queen is sick. Um, I'm not even sure how. Some of you may know that I just came back from Dallas at a conference. So I don't know, maybe it's the fact that, we didn't get any sleep because when we're at these conferences, like it's nonstop. So I don't know if it's like the sleep deprivation or the difference in air, but um, yeah, like all of this. Just I was vomiting, nauseous, headache, like really, really bad. So I'm still showing up for my kings. I want to let you all know that this is the last Kingness Tip that I'm going to be doing for you all at this time. I just have some other things that I have to focus on. So remember that I post these on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see all the ones that I've done, over the past 3 months or so. Um, but I just want to thank you all. I want to thank all of my kings and all of my queens as well, because I know with both the kingness tip that I do, as well as the queendom tip that I do, that both genders tend to jump on or comment on each session. So I love you both. I absolutely love my kings. I love my queens, of course, my heart space, absolutely. So, for any of you that don't know, I am an author, I'm a poet, I'm a model, a pageant title holder, I dance, I'm a Forex trader, and an international speaker. Yeah. So, but like I always tell you all, like, don't get caught up on the titles. Like, I'm human just like you guys, okay? Don't get caught up on the titles like that, okay? I'm human, just like you. As you can see, total congestion. I'm just like you guys. I'm not immune to life or anything, okay? Um, but I want to get right into it because I can't stay long. I did take some, uh, not emergency, but well, it's emergency, but like I guess the gummies or something like that. I was just trying to find some airborne, but they didn't have it. But hopefully the effect will be the same, so I can get better. But anyhow, again, I just want to thank all of my kings over these past several months for hopping in, joining in on these Facebook Lives. This is the last one that I'm doing for the men. Next week, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking next week I should still be able to do the last one for my queens as well. Okay. But I love you guys. I love you guys. Yeah, it's just the congestion, so just forgive all this. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get over it. I really am. This is just not good. I just don't like being sick. But anyway, um, so we're gonna get right into it. And I love you guys because I'm showing up sick and all. You'll be surprised, boy, when they say you gotta want it. You gotta really want it as far as like your goals and the dreams and your thinking. Excuse me, and whatever it is that is your heart's desire. Like you have to really want it because when I say nonstop, I mean we went nonstop. And like I got back and I didn't even get a chance to breathe when I got home. But I looked at my vision board. I have more than one vision board, but I have one main one in my living room area. And so when I look at that, my actions have to align to what it is that I'm trying to accomplish, So that's something for you all, fellas, as well as my ladies, of course, your actions need to align to what it is that you're trying to manifest in your life, whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Your actions should be aligning to what it is that you're trying to do, okay? And does that mean, unfortunate, like sleepless nights, and you're in early, you leave last, like, oh my gosh, man, it's like that. Oh my gosh, I'm sure that some of you have seen that meme. I guess it's a meme, but it's like a quote, and it says, "The cost of ambition." Oh my gosh, I was just like that. That quote is so true. It's like sleepless nights, long days, early mornings. People aren't gonna understand. Like, I was just like, it's true. It's true. But will it be worth it once you accomplish what it is you're trying to do? Of course, right? Of course. So it's fine. It's fine. But I want to get right into it. One last time. This is the last Kingness tip that I'm going to be doing. Head over to my YouTube channel, and you can see the previous ones that I've done so far. The YouTube channel, I will post it in the chat here in a second, but it's just Dixon on YouTube, DESHDIXOM. Actually, let me do that now before I forget. Give me just a second here. All right, there you go. Let's get this on. Let's see if that works. I don't think so. Okay, I don't think that worked, you guys. So let me delete that off. Let's try this again. Let's try this. We're gonna copy and paste. Let's see here. Give me just a second. See if I can get this up right. Okay. Well, the link is there, you guys. If you click on it, it should come up. Let me try it. I want to make sure you guys have that. And of course, it's on my website too. But let me click on it. Okay, good. Okay, so that works. All right. Normally the picture comes up, but it didn't. But it works. So there's the YouTube channel and there's the website. Okay. All right. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it to close out for my kings. Okay, let's close it out for my kings. Okay. So ironically, being that this is the last Kingness tip, I wanted to make sure that it was something. Well, it's always positive. It's going to be something positive to leave you with, but it's always something positive. But I wanted to make sure, it was something that stood out. So as usual, I ask like, okay, which one is better for them? Like which one will speak to me? And ironically enough, it's the last poem in the book. So to finish out the Kingness tips, we are going to I'm going to discuss the Kingness reflection, which is based on the poem called "You Are Needed." You're needed. Okay, you're needed. So I do not. For those of you that do not know, or this is your first time, I do not read the poem. You have to purchase the book for that. All of my books are on Amazon. The link is on, or the links, plural, are on my website. But here's the book for the men. Let's see. There you go. There's the book for the men. Kings Don't Settle, a book of poems to empower women. Oh my gosh. A book of poems to empower men. I'm sorry. Lord have mercy. I don't feel good, you guys. Just give me a pass, okay? So there's that one for you guys. My goodness. I'm also the author of No More Broken Records, 5 Tips to Change Your Tune and Transform Your Life. No more broken records, okay? No more broken records. And lastly, for my queens, my ladies, of course, the compliment to Kings Don't Settle, Queens Don't Settle. Queens Don't Settle, a book of poems to empower women. A book of poems to empower women. As you can see, this one is under Radesha. So for the ladies, you guys need to put in Radesha for that one. But I think if you just put in Queens Don't Settle, it'll come up, okay? But anyway, back to my kings, okay? All right, so we're going to do the reflection based on the poem called You're Needed, okay? It is the last poem in the book, ironically. So here we go. All right, kings. So your kingness reflection, okay? Today marks the end of you settling, king. You are a gift from God and you matter. We get what we tolerate. Only you hold the key to the manifestations of your heart's desires. You are worthy and deserving of it all. You are a king and will always be a king. You are royalty. Now, what are you going to do differently? Okay? What are you going to do differently? So today marks the end of you settling. Today marks the end of my kings. I can't even get it in the frame here. Today marks the end of you all settling, okay? Yes, you absolutely matter, kings. Gentlemen, you matter, okay? You matter. Um, and as far as we get what we tolerate, that's really for men and women. The principles, you have to remember that, excuse me. Oh my God, this is terrible. Excuse me, you guys. It's terrible. You have to remember, queens don't settle, kings don't settle, right? Right? So they're complements to each other. So when we say we get what we tolerate, that's not just for men, that's for women as well. That's across the board, okay? A lot of the principles that I talk about are universal. It's not just for women, it's not just for men, it's across the board. But naturally, in doing the books, I have to word it and maybe do it a little differently. Because women, women are from, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, right? So, yes, we get what we tolerate, but it's absolutely right, okay, men? You are the only one that holds the key to the manifestations of your heart's desires, and you are absolutely worthy and deserving of whatever it is that you want, okay? You are worthy and deserving of whatever it is that you want. People take it, or maybe it may sound cliche when you hear someone say, oh, you're worthy and deserving of the best, but subconsciously, we have so much negative programming, okay? We have so much negative programming, that we were conditioned with from when we were kids. When we were kids, like children, like we were conditioned with a lot of negative programming, you guys. So when you hear someone say that you deserve your heart's desires, you're worthy and deserving of it, like it may sound cliche, but we learn by repetition. Okay. And our entire lives, for most of us, like we've only heard a lot of negative things. We didn't hear, oh, you're worthy and deserving of love. You're worthy and deserving of abundance. Like how many people really remember as a child someone telling them that? Like we don't. We don't, right? And so we learn by repetition. And so it's something that I say, it's something that I've said on my prayer calls that I've done, like, and I'm going to continue to say it. I allow the divine, the divinity to flow through me, and then I give you what I'm supposed to give you. So if certain things come up more than once, and it's because there's someone that needs it, excuse me, this is not about me, this is about you guys, and there's always someone that needs it. And that's why I even told you guys before, like, not to get caught up in numbers, like not to get caught up in likes. And I think I told my women too, like not to get caught up in how many likes you have, and like whether or not you have like 1 million followers, because as long as you are helping someone, like as long as you're making a positive impact on someone, like that's very significant. And I've also mentioned that, some people are, it's that saying that you inspire people that pretend not to even see you. And why they don't like, why they don't like, why they don't follow, I don't know. Why they don't say anything to you, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is, but it doesn't matter. Like, trust me when I tell you, people are watching, okay? People are watching. They may not say anything, they may not like or comment, posts, but people are watching. I assure you, okay? stuff that I didn't think like certain people saw. Um, I found out they saw, and I'm like, oh, because these people never comment or they never like it. I didn't think that like they would be, one of the people that saw it, but like, oh, we saw your video. Oh, I saw your video, and blah 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 blah. That's what I'm gonna say. And I was like, oh, hmm, okay. So it's like, trust me, people are watching you guys. So like, don't get hung up on the numbers. Is what I was the principle of that is understanding that you're needed and that you matter. And if you inspire one person, okay, that is very significant because that becomes a domino effect. You inspire one person, now that person is inspired to help somebody else. And then that person is inspired to help somebody else. And it becomes a domino effect. And so you are sitting there thinking, oh, I'm not good enough, and it's just one person. Well, that one person, was positively impacted from something that, you said or that you did, which then inspired them to go do it for someone else. Hey, Juan, how are you? How are you? This is the last Kingness Tip one. We have a lot on our plate. But like I said, all of the videos are posted on my YouTube channel. So I posted the my YouTube channel in the comments, as well as my website. Excuse me. I caught a cold, I guess, one. I don't know. So you just guys have to just forgive all this. But anyway, yes, you are absolutely needed. Okay, you're needed. You're wanted. Like, you definitely matter. You absolutely matter, you guys. Oh my gosh, you matter. Okay. Again, it may sound cliche, but you have no idea how many people feel like they don't matter. Like, deep down inside, some people feel like they don't matter. I mean, just think about how many people we hear taking their lives. Look at the celebrities that have taken their lives, and everybody's thinking like, why and how? And I thought they had this great life. Like, deep down inside, sometimes people are empty, or I don't know. People, it's just like, people posting on social media, and you think they have this great life, and behind closed doors, it's the total opposite. You have to remember, people post highlights. They post highlights on social media. So, you're thinking it's just grand and wonderful. And in reality, it is nothing like that. Okay. So, again, you have no idea. You have no idea the type of impact that you have on people or can have on people. And so I really hope that, men, you understand that you are absolutely 100% needed. And I mean, you are needed. You are important, just like the queens, of course. Yes, you are. You are important, just like the queens. Okay, who runs the world? Girls, of course. Happy wife, happy life. Happy girl, happy world. I mean, it's just how it is. But I want to make sure that you guys also understand that you are needed as well. Okay, you are needed. Like, in one of the other poems that I did recently, a line is in the poem is that a queen is incomplete without her king. And we are. Of course, I'm not, and in my tribe, we are not preaching or singing the independent women song to where, we act like, oh, we don't need anybody. Like, that's not me. That is not me, honey. And therefore, my tribe, we're not like that. Like, I am a queen, absolutely, okay, but you, as a man, you're a king. You're the king, right? And so you bring both of us together, and then it's just like this royal it's just like royal magic, right? It's like royal magic. But we both need each other, right? We both need each other. So it's never ever this, I don't need, we don't need men, and oh my god, and no male bashing. You guys know that's not us. That's not my tribe, not at all. No, you guys are needed. Men are absolutely needed, and men are valuable. Think about families I mean, can we just think about the dysfunction and the brokenness that comes from not having men in the home? You know, little girls, hello, little girls, but also, little boys that grow up without a father, and the type of impact that that has on them as a person, on their self-esteem. So, men, you guys absolutely matter, okay? I know that society places uh, sort of your value more so around your economic status. And in the same manner that with women, it's like they place our worth around the whole mommy wife thing. So I get it. Trust me, I get it. But you're definitely more than your salary. You're more than your salary. You're more than your bank account right now. You know, I'm not saying of course, for like a woman, because this is not the broadcast for the ladies, but of course, I'm not saying that a woman is just supposed to accept anything in a man that's not growing, or someone who's broke, but broke is a mindset. Like there's a difference between, for me, right? There's a difference between a man who is progressing. There's a difference between a man who has the right mindset compared to someone who's not moving forward and has no desire or intention to move forward, and is just very complacent and happy where he is, not growing. That's two totally different men. Okay, so that's not what I'm saying, but you are definitely not your salary. Like as a man, your worth is not simply determined by how much money you have in your bank account. Just like women are not, their value, our value is not determined by whether or not we choose to become mothers or we choose to get married. Okay? Hey, 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 to all the people. Hey, 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 hey. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? The queen has a cold, so just don't mind this. I'm on drugs. So I'm on drugs. But anyway, yes, you are absolutely, you are absolutely needed, man. And you're valuable. So, if you're not where you want to be, recognize that, own it, own it, and acknowledge where you are. Be honest with yourself about where you are, and then be honest with yourself about where you want to be. And then you're going to need to close the gap. Like you're going to need to close that gap. Here's like one side and here's another side. Like you're going to need to close that gap, right? So figure out what it is that you want, okay? What it's going to take to get that. And then you're going to have to just put in the work. It's just that simple, guys. You're just going to have to do the work. There's no way to get around it. But you are worthy. You are worthy. You are deserving of your heart's desires, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest into your life. And you are very much needed. You are absolutely needed, gentlemen. You're needed. You're needed. Queens, we need you. Yes, we absolutely need you. Don't think that we don't. Like I said, I know there are some women that preach that. That's them. But no, like we absolutely, you guys are needed. Trust me. You guys are also gifts from God. You're definitely gifts from God as well. But you're needed, okay? The Kingness reflection for tonight is based on the poem You're Needed, You Are Needed. Um, the books, my books are on Amazon. Yes, okay. My books are on Amazon. Like I said, Queens Don't Settle, of course, is the complement. They're complements to each other. But all of my books are on Amazon. All of the video, all of the videos that I've done over these past several months are on my YouTube channel. So you guys can tell your friends and your other, your men buddies, church groups, whoever it is, your son, your nephew, whoever it is that may need some of the Kingness tips. You can let them know they can just go to my YouTube channel and watch the videos on there. But lastly, of course, one last time, No More Broken Records. That book is also available on Amazon as well. But gentlemen, I am very honored to for God to have given me Kings Don't Settle, a book of poems to empower men. Wow. Because I certainly was not expecting that to come out this year. But I followed the divine flow, divine inspiration, and it came, and there it is. So apparently, clearly, men need it. And so I'm grateful to have that gift, the gift of writing, I guess, but poetry turned into poetry. Um, yeah, so I'm very honored to be in this position, to be able to teach you all, and give you all some positivity, some encouragement, some motivation, something to just remind you of who you are and whose you are, because we're all divine royalty. We're absolutely divine royalty, and there's nothing that you guys can't do. There's nothing that you all cannot have. You know, life is meant to be abundant in all areas. It really is. And, God did not put us on earth to just struggle. I love you. I love you right back. God did not put us on this earth to just struggle our entire lives. Absolutely not, gentlemen. I tell my queens that too. We were not put on this earth to just struggle our entire lives and just be like completely unfulfilled and never ever, growing or accomplishing anything. Like, no, no, no. Okay. We are meant to be abundant. We are meant to be prosperous. We're meant to do a lot of great things in this world. Like we can really do whatever we set our minds to. Like there's no limits. We place limits on ourselves, but there's no limits. There's no limits. God did not put any limit, any ceiling in the Bible. There's nowhere in there that I find that says you can only have this amount. And after you get this amount, it stops. Like you're done. Right? That's not there. So no, there's no limit to what you can have, gentlemen. There's no limit to who you can become, how much money you can have. There's no limit. No one said there's no golden rule that says you can only have one car, one house. Like, yeah, there's no golden rule. I mean, as you can see, I was going to say, there are certain people that believe you can have more than one partner. To each their own, you see. But the limits, hey, the only limits are the limits that we place on ourselves. So whatever it is that you want, gentlemen, you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it, and you're worthy and deserving of it. You are worthy of it. You're worthy of it. You're worthy of it. You're worthy of it. We learn by repetition. Okay, it may seem easy, but like I said earlier, we have so much negative conditioning, all of us, women and men, but we have so much negative conditioning, okay? It's going to take time. It takes time to reprogram our minds. It's going to take time to reprogram all of that negative conditioning that you've been fed with your entire life, okay? So when you hear me or another teacher say you're worthy or you're deserving, like we mean that. But like you have to keep repeatedly hearing that being said for it to register, for your mind to finally like take it as a new belief, right? Because we have all that other negative conditioning that tells us we're not good enough and has made us feel like we're not worthy and we're not deserving of better or more, and that we're just supposed to stay stuck and we're supposed to be in a box, anything. And no, gentlemen. No, you guys are kings, okay? Let me just remind you. You all are kings, just like in the Kingness reflection. I am reminding you that you are royalty. You are kings, okay? Today marks the day, the end of you settling. Today marks the day, the end of you settling, okay? What are you going to do differently? Because it's a choice, gentlemen. It is a choice. It is simply a choice. Tony Robbins, what did he say? So it's I don't know, which seminar he was at, but I really love how he said that we don't get We don't get our shoulds. We get our musts. So we say, oh, I should go to the gym. I should work out, right? Yeah, I should wash my car, right? And so it's like you're shoulding all over yourself your entire life. There's a lot of shoulds that we say we should do, right? But you don't get your shoulds. You only get your musts. What you make a must is what you're going to get. So you have to think about what is a must for you, gentlemen, right? Today marks the end of you settling, King. What are you going to do differently? What is going to become a must for you? Okay? What is going to become a must for you? Not should, not what you should do, but what is really going to become a must for you? What must happen? What must happen, King? What must happen for you? What must happen in your life? What must change for you? What must change? Because nothing changes until you change. Everything changes once you change, and it is inside out. Okay? It is inside out. Inside out. Okay? Your outer world, all of this is a reflection of your inner. You don't get the heart right. Your inner world, right? And so on the prayer calls, I would always talk about the heart space, right? And clearing up the heart space and healing the heart, because the heart is like most important. Like, it's inside out, right? It's inside out. Our outer worlds are a reflection of our inner world. So we've got to be doing the inner work to heal ourselves, because once we're better, we attract better. Once we're better, in here, then that is reflected on the outside, in everything, because how you do anything is how you do everything. Okay. But you are absolutely kings, my gentlemen. Okay. My good men. This book came to me, the divine inspiration came to me, and the intention behind this book is that it's for the good men, because I know, like, the good men feel like a lot of the good men feel the same way that a lot of the good women feel, like, as if, the nice men finish last. And I don't think that's true. I think I think boring guys finish last, but I think just because you're nice, I don't think you finish last. uh-uh. I don't think that. You may differ, and that's fine, but I don't think good guys finish last, because everybody has a different definition of what good is. What I think may be a good man, somebody else may have a completely different definition of what good is. Like, good for me may mean that he's loyal and monogamous and he comes home to me. Good for someone else may mean that he just pays for bills. And, whether he's monogamous or not, or faithful, it doesn't matter. So every queen has a different um, definition of what is good, you know. But no, I wouldn't say that the good guys finish last. Now, if you're boring, yeah, because I know how I am. I get bored easily. So yeah, if you're boring, then that way ain't gonna work. But no, but this book was definitely for the good men, because good men still exist. I definitely believe in that. My husband is out there. I don't have the ring on. Usually I have the ring on because, I wear it at home. Oh, look at me. I didn't even see that. Didn't even realize the ring is like right here. Hold on. Let me put it on. That's so funny. Yeah, because, you guys know. There it is. Yeah, I only wear it when I'm home. Yeah, I only wear it. Yeah. Whatever. I only wear it when I'm home. Like, just get me back in the mindset. Preparation for the hubs, right? Preparation for a happy, healthy marriage, right? Yeah. But anyway, yes, gentlemen, you guys are worthy. You're valuable. You're needed. You can have whatever it is that you want. There are no limits to who you can become or what you can have. So definitely dream big, gentlemen. Be the kings that you are. Be the kings that you are, gentlemen. You know, uh, we definitely need you. We definitely need you. And I hope that when you look in the mirror, you see the king inside of yourself. And if you're having issues with that, Do some of the positive affirmations. Listen to positive affirmations. I stand behind that. I think I told you guys on the previous one. I don't know if I told you or the women, but I think I told you guys that um, my most listened to podcast episode is the one on affirmations. Like, interestingly enough, it's the one on affirmations. So I stand behind them. All I play, you guys, in my place is affirmations. All I have in my car is affirmations. I don't have the radio on. I'm not watching TV. Like, no, I want my consciousness inundated with that stuff. Inundated because, like I said, we have so much negative conditioning from you're talking about from when you're a child, you're talking about 4 years old, 5 years old, and you're being taught about life, you're being conditioned with certain beliefs, and then you take those beliefs into your adulthood and they become a part of who you are. It becomes actually your belief system. So everything that you do is stemming from your belief system, and it's just negative. A lot of it is very negative. So it takes time to reprogram 20, 30 years worth of negative conditioning, but it can be done. It can be done. It takes the mind a minimum of 21 days, okay, just to accept a new habit, accept something new. So you have to even have affirmations playing a minimum of 21 days consistently for your mind to register like, oh, okay, this is a new habit, or this is something new. So I just want you all to know that you're a king. Okay, you're a king. And if you don't feel like one, that's okay. But I would just say start with just some affirmations, men. Start with some affirmations. I'm a king. I'm royal. I'm a good person. I'm wonderful. I'm rich. I'm wealthy. I'm handsome. I'm handsome. I look good. I feel good. For men, you know, I guess it just depends on your goals, but it just needs to be something positive. Something positive. I'm smart. I'm talented. Whatever it is that speaks to you. But I definitely would say start with affirmations. YouTube has a slew of them. A slew. If you just type in like positive affirmations, or you do confidence. Matter of fact, men, you can type in confidence affirmations. And trust me, a whole bunch of affirmations will probably come up. And just start listening to them. Definitely make sure that before you go to bed at night, men, you're listening to something positive. Like, don't watch the news right before you go to bed, okay? Because your mind's going to take that stuff and it's going to process that. You want to make sure that you're listening to something positive before you go to sleep, okay? And same thing when you wake up in the morning. You want to make sure that, like, the first 10 minutes, like, your mind is on something positive. You're thinking about something good, like, because it's going to set you up for the day, okay? Like, you want to make sure there's nothing negative that you take in, like, the first 10 minutes when you wake up. Like, it needs to be something positive, something, gratitude, whatever. If you have a practice, phenomenal. But if you don't, I definitely suggest just thinking about incorporating some type of, whether it's gratitude, but a morning ritual that allows you to start your day off on the right foot, because it makes a difference. Trust me, it makes a difference, gentlemen, okay? But I love you. The Queen loves you. I am absolutely honored that God put me in a position to be able to teach, excuse me, to be able to teach you all, give you all these tips over the past several months. But this is the last one. Please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. All of the ones that I've done for you all, they are uploaded to my YouTube channel. Please share with your fellow men friends, your church men, your your nephew, son, other men in your ministry. Like, clearly God gave me kings don't settle for a reason, because there are plenty of men that need to be reminded of the royalty that they are. Hello. So I just answered the call. I just simply answered the call, and there it is right there for you. It's available on Amazon. But I love you, gentlemen. I absolutely love you. You are divine royalty. You are perfectly imperfect, a beautiful creation of God, and you're valuable. You're absolutely valuable, and you are needed, okay? Today marks the end of you settling, so what are you going to do differently? Because remember, we only get our musts. You're not going to get what you should do, but you will get what must have to happen. And that begins with you, okay? Oh, I love you. I love you right back. You're going to only get your must, what you make a must. Like Tony Robbins said, what you make a must is what's going to happen, not what you should do. We just be shitting all over ourselves, but what you make a must is what's going to happen. And nothing changes until you change, okay? Everything changes once you change. Inside out. Everything changes once you change, but it's inside out, okay? Remember, the queen is not married yet. This is just warm at home. I just have to remind y'all. But anyway, heart space, absolute heart space, absolute heart space. I love you. I love you. I love you guys. And again, I'm very grateful and thankful that I was able to do this for you all. But yes, subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. I have 2 pages here on Facebook, the Dixon page, and also No More Broken Records. Okay, No More Broken Records. I also have the Dixon and the No More Broken Records page on Instagram. So on Twitter, I do have the Dixon page, but the No More Broken Records page, it's not the way that it's spelled. You might not find it. But let me see. Well, if you just go to my website, I think let me check. Hold on. I think I have the. I'm not sure. I think I have the. Let me see what I have for Twitter. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So on my website, I have the Twitter one for the No More Broken Records. Perfect. So yes, if you go to the queensdon'tsettle.com, even for the men, yes. If you just go to the queensdon'tsettle.com and scroll down, you'll see the blogs, but you'll see all of the links to the books, the podcasts, and the YouTube channel, as well as all of my social media links. As far as my podcasts, I've told you guys before, you can listen to the podcast. Clearly, yes, it is for my queens, but the principles typically apply to both women and men. So absolutely, men, you guys can listen to the podcast. I have the prayer calls that I've done on my podcast as well, so you guys can go back and listen to them. So you have everything that you need, right? You have everything that you need to succeed. Okay, but like I said, I'm just grateful to have been able to show up, and I can see, yes, my snotty nose needs to be blown out. So I'm gonna go. My gosh, this is terrible. So I'm just gonna go. But thank you for all of you that have tuned in, listened, shared. Thank you, and I will, I guess, see you guys maybe on another podcast at some point. Not podcast, Lord have mercy. Another Facebook Live at some point. Maybe not necessarily, of course, the Kingness Tip, but Facebook Live or maybe on the podcast. You know, but I will see you guys or talk to you guys. Trust me. Like, this is not it. It's just it for right now. But I love you, gentlemen, and I hope that you love yourselves. Just like my queens, you have to love yourselves. You guys are worthy and deserving, and you have to love yourselves in the same way. Excuse me, in the same way that my queens have to love themselves, okay? So I said the principles apply to both women and men. You guys have to love yourselves too. It is not just women. You guys have to take time out for yourselves as well. You have to put yourself first. Excuse me. Put yourselves first as well, just like the women, okay? That is not just for my ladies. You have to do the same thing, gentlemen. Kings don't settle. Kings don't settle. And so nothing in that book speaks to low anything, speaks to settling, nothing. No, absolutely not. That was not the intention for the book. And I know that's not why, God gave me that for a reason, because you all are supposed to elevate yourselves as well. Just like my queens, you're supposed to elevate and rise higher and become the kings that you are, but with all that negative conditioning and how they make you guys feel like, you know, unless you have like a certain amount in your bank account, then you're not, you're not a man. It's like, it's crazy. But it's just like for the ladies, you know? And so, as I said, I recognize and I get it. That I was just put here to do my assignment and remind you all of who you are and whose you are. You know, the divine royalty, you are the sons of the Almighty, King of all kings, and you are divine royalty, and you can have anything that you want. You are not limited in anything that you uh, can have or who you can become. There is no ceiling, gentlemen. There's no ceiling, okay? You know, some of you may need to get around some other people. I'll say that. Some of you may need to change your circle. Um, I'm not sure which poem speaks to that, but I'm sure you can find it once you purchase it. But yes, some of you may need to get around some different people. You know, just because you guys have been friends since kindergarten doesn't necessarily mean that at the age of 40 you guys are a vibrational match anymore. It doesn't mean that you guys are in the same mindset and you want the same things. And like if a person is bringing you down, their energy brings you down, or they're not on the same wavelength, you have to be mindful of that, gentlemen. You have to be mindful of what's giving you life and what's taking away from you. Okay, you have to be honest with yourself about that, because in all honesty, sometimes it's the people that's closest to you, and it's a sad thing, but it is. Like, if any of you gentlemen know Lisa Nichols, like she talked about how, I think, what, 10 years or so, like she had to sort of take the brunt of like comments from her family, you know, while she was on her journey to becoming who she is now. Because people sometimes they just don't get it. Excuse me, they just don't get it. But you have to keep going, and you gotta follow what God, you know, told you to do. Your divine, whatever it is that you call that. I'm just saying God, but you gotta follow. You gotta follow what it is that you're supposed to do, because someone needs you. You are absolutely needed, and someone needs you. More than one person, really. But as I said, you change one person's life, and it becomes a domino effect. And you know, so yeah, I wouldn't get hung up on the numbers, gentlemen. I know the type of culture we live in, but I can only tell you whether or not you choose to listen. It's up to you, but do not get hung up on the numbers like that. Okay, you change one person's life, and it can truly become a domino effect. If you guys have not seen that movie, Pay It Forward, I would watch the movie Pay It Forward. Kevin Spacey is one of the main actors in there, and Helen Hunt. It's called Pay It Forward. It's the whole concept of, you know, you do something for someone, and then that person does something for someone, and it just keeps going on, and it turned into like this global movement. But it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And that's the whole point. It's like you help one person, and then it becomes a domino effect. So for you to think like you're not good enough, don't think that. Don't think like it's only just this person. Like, you don't know if that person could have been thinking about committing suicide. You have no idea like what people are thinking and going through nowadays, because remember, like I said, social media, people are posting highlights, and people are posting stuff that's like clearly not true. Oh gosh, there's my nose. It's just not true, right? What you see on social media is not what's going on behind closed doors. Oh God, I hope y'all can't see my nose running. That's ugly. But like I said, gentlemen, you're kings. I really hope that you all acknowledge and honor the king in you. Definitely do the affirmations if you need it. Confidence affirmations, put it in YouTube, and some affirmations will come up, or self-esteem affirmations, but you can pretty much find anything on YouTube. And I would just listen to it, you know, to help reprogram your mind for you to be in a higher, for you to elevate to a higher consciousness, where you will absolutely start to own who you are. You will own the king in you and who you are, and therefore you will carry yourself as such, like the royalty that you are. Okay? Because my kings don't settle. Hello. Hello, just like my queens, okay? But again, I absolutely love you, gentlemen. Love yourselves. Take care of yourselves. You have everything that you need in you. Trust me, you do. Again, you can go back through the videos on YouTube, share it with your fellow men. But absolutely, yo soy la. Sí, exactly, exactly. Y yo soy la reina. Exactly. But anyhow, I love you, gentlemen. Take care. Be blessed. You are blessed, of course, blessed and highly favored. But be the wonderful men, kings that you are, because this world absolutely needs you. Okay, we do need you. You are needed. Okay, I love you. Take care. God bless. All right. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Remember, this is the last one. Okay. But I'm honored to have done this for you guys. Okay. But I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Take care, you guys. Bye bye.